Good evening, friends. Let us see about the comparisons of photodetectors. Okay, so summarizes some generic operating characteristics of silicon, germanium, and indium gallium arsenic photodiodes. For pin photodiodes, parameter silicon, germanium, and indium gallium arsenic. Okay, so next WL range, wavelength range 400 to 1110 10 nanometers for silicon and 800 to 1650 for silicon for germanium and 1100 to 1700 for indium gallium arsenic. Responsivity. So what is responsivity? 0.4 to 0.6 for silicon, 0.4 to 0.5 for germanium, 0.75 to 0.95 for indium gallium arsenic. So what is rise time? 0.5 to 1 for silicon, germanium 0.1 to 0.5, and for indium gallium arsenic 0.05 to 0.5, bandwidth 0.3 to 0.7, and germanium 0.535 to 3, 1 to 2 for indium gallium arsenic. Bandwidth range. Biasing voltage 5 volts for silicon, 5 to 10 volts for germanium, and 5 volts for indium gallium arsenic. Next, for avalanche photodiodes. For silicon, germanium, and indium gallium arsenic. So, wavelength range in nanometers 400 to 1110, 800 to 1650 for germanium, indium gallium arsenic 1100 to 1700. Avalanche gain 20 to 400 for silicon, germanium 50 to 200, indium gallium arsenic 10 to 40. Rise time 0.12 to 0.5 to 0.8 for germanium and indium gallium arsenic 0.1 to 0.5. Gain bandwidth 100 to 400 for silicon and 2 to 10 for germanium, 20 to 250 for indium gallium arsenic. And biasing voltage, so 150 to 400, 20 to 40 for germanium, and 20 to 30 for indium gallium arsenic. Next, fundamental receiver operation. So what is the fundamental receiver operation? Next one, the design of optical receiver is much complicated than optical transmitter that is able to detect weak distorted signal and make decision. OFC uses intensity modulated direct detection system, that is OAK. Okay. Signal path through an optical data link. First of all, electrical input pulses. Next, it is passed through LED or laser transmitter, and then it is allowed to optical power pulses, and then it can be transmitted through fiber and attenuated and distorted optical power pulses, and then P-in or avalanche photodiodes. Electric current pulses containing photodetector noise, and then it is allowed to amplifier and fiber. So, and then it is allowed to voltage pulses and amplifier noise, and then it is again given to decision circuit and pulse regenerator. Okay, and then it is given to regenerated output voltage pulses and signal processing equipment. Okay, so finally the upper arrow denotes the time slot centers. Okay, the upper arrow indicates the time slot centers. Signal path through an optical data link. Error sources. What are the error sources? So the photo stream is allowed to the photo detector and that detects the gain, and it is allowed to the amplifier, and middle of the photo detector and amplifier there will be the bias resistor. Okay, so the photon detection quantum noise Poisson fluctuation. Okay, here we are using the Poisson's equation. Next, bulk dark current, surface leakage current, statistical gain fluctuations for avalanche photodiodes. Okay, and for thermal noise also. An amplifier, it will detect the amplifier noise. Okay, thermal noise, amplifier noise. In photodetector, it will detect the bulk dark current, surface leakage current, statistical gain fluctuations for avalanche photodiodes. So, photo detection quantum noise or Poisson fluctuation. So error sources I square q is equal to I square q is equal to 2 q I b m square f of m. Okay, then I square db is equal to 2 q id m square f of f m b. I square ds is equal to 2 q il b. I square t is equal to 4 kb t by rl into B. If detector is illuminated by an optical signal, then the number of electron minus hole pair generated in the time tau is n bar is equal to eta of h mu 0 to t p of t into dt. Okay, is equal to eta of E by hv. So, what are the front end amplifiers? So, what are the front end amplifiers? Noise sources, receiver sensitivity, and the bandwidth. Front end amplifiers. There should be three categories. Okay, there should be three categories: low impedance, high impedance, and trans impedance. So, the photodiode is configured into LZPAM PAM, effective input resistance RA comma a bias resistance or load resistance RB is used to match the amplifier impedance. The total load resistance RL is equal to RA RB by RA plus RB. The value of bias resistance in conjunction with amplifier input capacitance decides the bandwidth of amplifier. Low impedance preamplifier. So what is a low impedance preamplifier? High input impedance preamplifier. Here the middle slotted line, up to middle slotted line, it indicates the photodetector with bias resistor, and after that it indicates the amplifier equivalent circuit, and then final stage is equalizer. Okay, in the middle stage there should be capacitor, resistors, and the current flow source, and in the middle amplifier equivalent circuit there should be the current source. Okay, and also amplifier circuit, and then equalizer state we are connecting the V out. High impedance preamplifier. The low load impedance, the low load impedance, thermal noise dominates, do not provide high sensitivities. The thermal noise is inversely proportional to load resistance. The bandwidth is inversely proportional to load resistance. Thus, for high impedance front end, a high load resistance results in low noise but gives low receiver bandwidth.